Christmas is all about love, a special time for family togetherness, peacemaking, sharing and bringing joy to others around us. As we reflect on the reason for the season, let us all spread the virtues of peace and love to all mankind. Hi there, I'm Adrian Atkinson. So glad you've joined us for this edition of Jamaica Magazine. In our show today, a look at government's work to increase production and expand agriculture for economic growth. Plus, we'll be looking at how we can make our home environment safe and secure. Later, getting your ham ready for the Christmas dinner. These and so much more to come, and you don't want to miss it, so stay with us.
You as parish managers, you as regional managers know your role to do your inventory now, to see what you have and to mobilize the country. Outreach with communities, outreach with civil societies, outreach with the churches. That is what we are going to do. We are going to call on every single Jamaican. Look around your house, search your environment. Find this mosquito.
Join the fight. Eliminate the Aedes aegypti mosquito. Stop the spread of dengue and chikungunya. And keep Jamaica Zika free.
Born is the King of Israel. Noel.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
Agriculture is an important ingredient in government's growth formula, and in our next feature, we'll look at government's latest achievements in this field.
Several targeted initiatives within the agriculture sector this fiscal year have been helping to drive economic growth through increased productivity. Initiatives like the rollout of agri-parks, infrastructure development, training of farmers and assistance with inputs. These have led to a steady supply of produce locally and for the export market. Continuing on those initiatives, in May, the Agriculture Ministry committed $250 million to the Banana Export Expansion Program, with funding support from the European Union. The project, which will come on stream in the upcoming fiscal year, will facilitate the establishment of 2 additional agri-parks for growing banana. These are Sevens River and Sunderland in St. James. The funding will be used to install irrigation infrastructure and improve farm roads. In the meantime, about 19 farmers from St. Mary, Portland and St. Catherine have received material inputs to carry out production on their fields. Global Good Agricultural Practices Global Gap infrastructures have been installed on each farm, as well as the issuing of Fair Trade Labeling Organization's FLO certification. This to help the farms get export certified and is being implemented by the Banana Board. As part of the government's strategic priority of sourcing more employment avenues for Jamaicans, the Ebony Park Heart Academy in Clarendon has been training and putting young persons to work.
They are coming out with the foundation skills to either start their own businesses or work for someone. And what we have seen is that there's a high demand for our agro-processing trainees. By the factories, by the firms, through self-employment, they are being employed.
The agro-processing plant is one that we're quite proud of. It's actually renowned, and it offers the opportunity for our processors in the making to do processing, packaging, labeling. We add a lot of value by taking them on industry attachments, industry exposure, and we bring experts in also to share what it is that is taking place in the agro-processing field. That helps to build with the employability skills as well as real work opportunities. So our plant is also used by other entities to do packaging for their own private use. And one thing that we tie in is that these employers use some of our trainees to be a part of their employee base. But we also take our trainees out to different organizations and processing entities to see what it is that they do. So it helps to ignite that entrepreneur inside of them, as well as help with economic development for that company. And what is important to add is that all our trainees, when they're completed, are able to walk into a job. And by that I mean they have learned so much by the hands-on that they're able to go into any facility, any processing plant, and lead a line or be on a line. We pride ourselves in a range of at least 85% of those who complete their training are able to gain meaningful employment in their skill area.
These trainees are also exposed to international certification from the National Council on Technical and Vocational Education and Training, NCTVET, which provides employment opportunity overseas.
We have gotten calls, visits from Bahamas, from the Cayman Islands, from Canada, and other places in the world seeking employees. The farm work program too, you will realize, has a lot of persons that have passed through Ebony Park that have been trained and certified to international standards. And because of that, they find themselves in the top tier of persons employers are looking for to take overseas.
The Agriculture Ministry, ensuring the employability of persons within the sector through training and positioning the banana industry to drive economic growth through export.
Householders, business people, school administrators, be on the alert. Help control the mosquito population. Destroy breeding sites. Empty old tires and all other containers where water can settle. Bore holes in old cans. Cover water drums and garbage cans. Wash flower pots and vases and clean pet dishes regularly. Protect yourself from mosquito bites. Cover your body as much as possible and use mosquito repellent containing DEET.
The foundations of corporate empires are usually rooted in the minds of young, bright men and women who've dared the risks of becoming entrepreneurs. First, identifying opportunities that can create wealth, products and services that are in demand, and meeting those needs with unique innovation. Planning and establishing a business is no easy task, and operating successfully for any extended period is an even tougher job. But Jamaica's youth entrepreneurship policy and strategy gives young people with good business ideas a chance to operate more thriving long-term businesses and create their own income. Youth entrepreneurship is encouraged by both public and private organizations. It is also being fostered within schools and communities to instill the business bug early. And with more young persons owning businesses, they'd be helping to drive economic development and job creation, all of which can make a difference in the lives of other people. And that explains why support has been growing in areas of financing for startup and business experience. Government over the years has established various agencies for helping the youth set up and run their businesses. The National Center for Youth Development, NCYD, for example, continues to empower youth in entrepreneurship. Both attached and unattached young people are able to benefit from access to information through the establishment of youth information centers across the island and various programs that include training. Government has partnered with organizations such as Jamaica Youth Business Trust, to provide venture capital funds for persons under the age of 30, collateral requirement being only a sound business plan and a willingness to accept a mentor from the private sector. There is also the Youth Entrepreneurship Program, YEP, giving school leavers at the secondary and tertiary levels with strong entrepreneurial spirits the benefit of training and access to financing. Youths also have access to various business support services provided by the Jamaica Business Development Corporation, the premier business support organization. From the conception of a business idea, young entrepreneurs can get help through the stages of developing the business, planning, financing, starting, marketing, and growing. Indeed, the window of opportunity is open for our youths to access business support at the highest professional levels.
Tis the season of joy and excitement as we celebrate and let loose in this atmosphere of merrymaking. But we should never allow ourselves to be inundated by the distractions of the times. Instead, keep a clear mind and open eye and do the following to keep your environment safe and secure.
The holidays are about connecting with friends and loved ones and making time for fun. But even as you go about enjoying the holiday season, it's important to remember the hidden dangers. Consider these simple tips to keep safe around the home. Cut down overgrown hedges close to your home to improve visibility around your property, and watch out for persons acting suspiciously in your community. When inside, especially at nights, remember to secure windows and doors with deadbolts, and try not to leave keys where they can be seen from outside. If you are leaving your home, make sure to lock all windows and doors, and do not tell too many persons that you are going away for the holiday. Another safety tip to remember involves your house keys. Do not leave spare keys in mailboxes and other places around the home. If you must, leave them with a relative or a neighbor you can trust. It's recommended that you install a security system and safety lights that are triggered by movement, as these help to deter criminals. And if you feel there is an intruder inside your home, make an alarm for help or call the police. Do not attempt to investigate yourself. As you go about enjoying all the holiday has to offer, be vigilant and keep safe. And also, please remember your neighbors. Look out for anything or anyone suspicious and contact the police for assistance.
The Aedes aegypti is one of several types of mosquitoes found here in Jamaica and elsewhere in the world. Know them. They are small, dark mosquitoes with white lyre-shaped markings and banded legs. The Aedes aegypti mosquito lives in and around places where people gather and breeds anywhere water settles, such as artificial containers in and around homes and other buildings. It's a vector that transmits the virus that causes a number of diseases, such as dengue, chikungunya, and the Zika virus. Find them. Destroy them. Cover water containers to prevent mosquitoes getting inside. Dispose of garbage containers to prevent water settling in them. And frequently check and empty any container that water might settle to ensure these are kept dry. And scrub vessels clean to get rid of eggs. The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Don't give it a home.
Hello? What is that? Me a come, hold on, me a come.
There is no excuse for speeding. In 2014, 330 persons died in road accidents. 65 persons were motorcyclists. So stop speeding. Motorcyclists and pillion passengers, wear your helmet, ride carefully, and kill your speed before it kills you. Remember, road safety begins with you.
The Christmas holiday feast is an important tradition in the celebration of the Yuletide season. In many homes, the ham is a special part of this. In this next feature, we'll show you how to get your ham ready for the dinner table.
And all the chicken they my try fi spy. We see is which one of them is going to fry.
Hello, good day. I am Chef Williams, and I'll be showing you today how we'll be preparing a picnic ham. Now, first thing, we're going to remove it from the plastic bag, because I've seen people cooking it in the plastic bag, and trust me people, it doesn't work that way. So you remove it from the plastic bag, place it in your baking pan. Now what you really need to do is add a bit of water to this, because it will stick and burn if you don't have some moisture to help cook it. I'm going to throw at least 2 cups of water in this baking pan. Simple and easy as that. And that's the first step to start steaming off your ham. Next, start your oven up. Put it at 350. You preheat, and then you move on. When it comes up, you put your ham in. It's almost there. So you can put your ham in and close them up. Now a ham of that size is approximately 3.96 kgs, at least 8 pounds. This will take at least 15 minutes per pound. 15 times 8 there is approximately 4 hours within that range. So we're going to use at least 4 hours to steam that off. After that, then we're going to do the finishing product. Okay? So, be right back.
Oh, come, all ye faith, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of Kings. And all the chicken they my try fi spy. We see is which one of them is going to fry.
Okay, and we're back. Now, what we'll be doing is removing the skin from the ham gently, and just let it cool down a little bit before you do that. Add some cores to that. You can add some cloves if you wish, or if you don't like cloves, no problem. A little mustard is good. So just give you a little moisture, little flavor. And more flavors are always good for you. We use a bit of cinnamon sugar, which is about half a cup of cinnamon to a tablespoon, half a cup of sugar to a tablespoon of cinnamon, sorry. And you put that back in the oven to finish off. There you go. Now, after we're finished with that, we'll be dressing the ham with a little pineapple, cherries, and a little parsley. Okay, now your ham is golden brown and beautiful, just ready for eating. But before you start to eat, we need to just garnish and let your be more pleasant to the eyes. And you can just garnish this up with a little cherry, pineapples. You can just use some toothpicks to fasten this to your meat. There you go. A nice, well garnished ham for your Christmas.
And all the chicken them a try fi spy.
Stop! Don't turn the blind eye to child abuse, child neglect, and child labor. If you know or even suspect child abuse, call the Children's Registry. Together, we can make a difference. Up next, the top stories making news this week.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. The Economic Program Oversight Committee, EPOC, reported this week that Jamaica's economic standing was showing marked improvements. The primary balance at October was 21% ahead of budget, while the November net international reserves was $1.9 billion more than targeted. At the same time, tax collection is up by $6.8 billion, contributing to overall revenues being $3 billion ahead of target.
This is the second month that we have seen this phenomena where the revenues are better than budget and the tax collections are better than budget.
Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller has announced that the National Housing Trust and a private developer will be delivering 1,500 new housing units in St. James.
The NHT is also concluding arrangements to provide interim financing for the 3 housing projects. One located in Hanover will provide more than 1,000 new housing solutions. Another will provide 244 housing solutions in St. James. The third will provide 116 housing solutions in St. Catherine.
The Prime Minister was speaking on Wednesday as she handed over 113 housing units as well as residential and agricultural lots at Castletown in Balaclava, St. Elizabeth. Jamaica has renewed its bilateral partnership with the Republic of Cuba for the provision of technical support to the health sector.
I hope all those Jamaicans who have benefited from this program will understand that it is part of the cooperation between 2 countries, 2 neighbors, to ensure that our people get the best health care.
One of the agreements will see Jamaica benefiting from Cuban biomedical experts. The other will facilitate ongoing support for the Ophthalmology Center at St. Joseph's Hospital to provide ongoing eye care, particularly screening and surgeries for diseases such as cataracts. Government is moving to strengthen the security of Jamaica's borders through the addition of 39 immigration officers at the island's major international airports. 23 will be assigned to Sangster International in Montego Bay and the remainder to the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. The immigration officers recently received extensive training in various areas. The Agriculture Ministry will be issuing water tanks, fertilizer, seeds and spray materials to farmers in St. Anne in the coming weeks. This is part of efforts to sustain production among farmers in drought-affected areas of the parish. On a recent tour of drought-affected farms, Agriculture Minister Derek Kellier also urged the farmers to step up production of the 52 crops that had already received pre-clearance status for exportation to the United States, Europe and other markets.
And I've given instructions that the RAD officers must get that list out to the farmers and in every farming community.
Breadnut Hill Primary School in St. Anne has received over $79,000 in donation from the Japanese government for major infrastructural upgrades.
This is just the kind of assistance that we need. And it is a special partnership with the Ministry of Education because we can't easily find the money to do perimeter fencing and paving of schoolyards. But if we can get help from abroad, then we love to put their mickle with our muckle.
And finally, Youth Minister Lisa Hanna this week announced that a 3-member task force had been convened to rigorously examine the systems that govern the monitoring, protocols and reporting structures, as well as the placement and removal of children in the child protection sector.
I have asked them to make the necessary recommendations so that our systems and procedures are improved to reinforce the appropriate culture necessary for child protection. The task force is chaired by Mrs. Sharon Lake, and I should have this report by the end of February 2016.
The minister's announcement was in response to the Office of the Children's Advocate's report into the Child Development Agency's removal of 34 children from the Sunshine Child Care Facility. The report outlined a number of breaches that occurred and made recommendations which the minister accepted. And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
Just like gentle dew on the morning ground. Holy, holy, holy in name. Finila's breaks be true. Finila's breaks.
This is where we close Jamaica Magazine for today. We're back tomorrow with more useful information. In the meantime, keep the link. Use our Facebook and Twitter pages, YouTube channel and the JIS website to stay in touch and get the very latest government information. On behalf of the entire team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson, reminding you to share the love and be your brother's keeper in the upcoming festive season.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.